Let's talk about it.
Alrighty. So we got the bike back. Let's give her a start up. Alright guys, so picking up the bike now. They told me that the situation or the issue they had with the bike was the battery was having a charging issue. So it wasn't charging now. As you can tell, my battery now, voltage wise, is not jumping like crazy like it was when I was having all these issues. So I had to do with something to the voltage. I'll share that information with you guys with the documents that they gave me, so that way you guys can kind of see what we're talking about. Do you guys usually fuel it up back to where it's at or no?
I can.
Just, if you can. Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Just hang out and I'll help the guys grab it and put some more gas.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, because your boy put gas in it on E.
So, let's talk about this bike and all the issues I've been running into with it. These sheets right here are pretty much all the work orders that were done to the bike in the past 2 months now, I would say. It's been a lot. It's been a long time coming with this video right now. April 16th. I'm taking my bike in for a check engine light and the triangle light. Now, when I took the bike in for that, they told me that it was the update. The update was the problem, and we kind of went off of that, right? So took the bike in, they did the update supposedly, which they didn't. Taking my bike out of the shop with a supposed update and still nothing. It wasn't updated. So they said that was the ECM and the modules that would be renewed and all this other BS. So who knows if they even did that, to be honest with you. And remember, this is at Riverside Harley. So on April 24th, I take my bike back in. This is for the check engine light, triangle light, battery light, traction control light, and my screen completely goes black. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this bike. You know, it's been in and out of the shop, I would say about 5 times now, right? The first time the update, second time the update and the modules and all this other stuff. Third time, this BS, which was the voltage regulator was the problem for my screen going out and all this other BS, right? The lights coming on, the check engine lights. So they changed it. They ended up changing out the voltage regulator because it wasn't hitting 14.2 volts at idle. It was kind of bouncing all over the place. So they changed that. So this is the full price that they charge for all the remember, this is under warranty. The price range, I was looking at a $541.98 charge for that. The first time I took it in, it would have been just $179 because of the mechanic fees. I'm already upset about this whole situation. As I mentioned in the last video, it's kind of sad that, you know, you buy an expensive bike, 30 grand, 40 grand, you buy quality bikes, right? You're buying a quality name bike. Riverside Harley-Davidson pretty much gave me the runaround and the false promises and, oh, we'll do this for you, we'll do that for you. They offered me a 15% off of maintenance, $178 off of my first hour, which I think is pretty fucked up. For this bike to be fucking up constantly and me having to take the time out of my day to take this bike in over and over and over. All I asked for was it needs a oil change pretty soon. It's at 4,000 miles. So I said, hey man, can you just throw in a fucking oil change? They said, oh, we can't do that. We'll give you 15% off the filter and anything else that, you know, pertains to the oil change. And then we'll give you $179 off of the 1 hour service fee. I felt like that was a slap to my face, you know. After almost getting hit by a car because your bike shuts off on me because your bike's fucked up. And this is happening all over the place. You know, I've got comments on my last video of people's bikes are messing up, not just in California, it's worldwide, you know. Corporate came out, supposedly. Corporate came out and they wanted to talk to me on the 30th on my birthday. They wanted me to come back on my birthday and talk to corporate, which I'm like, yeah, it's my birthday, but I'm not coming out to fucking Harley on my birthday so you guys can BS me some more, right? But the reason why he came out supposedly was to see if this issue was a worldwide issue, right? Which it is. And you'll see everyone's bikes coming up with some type of problem, which is the harness. Now it's this voltage regulator. They replaced the voltage regulator. Now we're here, right? I take the bike home, same day. I play music on my speakers. And for some reason, my speakers aren't working now as I'm taking it home, same day. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. So I go into the dash. I'm clicking this, clicking that, doing the cardo, nothing's working. So I text Riverside Harley. I said, hey, this is going on. What's happening? This is like the 5th time the bike has been at that Harley dealership. We're in May now, guys. We're in May. May 2nd or May 1st, I believe I took the bike in. I take the bike to Harley. They're trying to figure it out, right? All right, so we're about an hour and 30 minutes into them checking the stereo. And in doing so, they tell me, hey, we're trying to figure it out. We're still figuring out, you know, which I'm thinking this shouldn't be. They should have never given me the bike without checking all these things, you know? So they bring the bike back out and they said, hey, we might not have the part for your bike. And I'm saying, like, what part? What happened? What's going on? Like, new speakers? They told me my amp went out. So my amp blew out. Remember, this is a 2024 Road Glide with 4,000 miles on it, brand new. I rarely use the speakers, you know, because you can't hear out of these damn things past 60 miles an hour anyways. So, but when I do, you know, I cruise in the neighborhood, I listen to music. But so they tell me they don't have an amp available. I went ahead and I said, well, you guys need to find one because I'm not leaving here without my bike. This is my daily ride and I need my bike, bottom line. So they said, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to take one off of one of the Road Glides that are on the floor in the back. I'm like, yeah, you guys have 1,000 of them. Another 2 hours just to get this bike taken apart, which, to be honest with you, I didn't even check if they bolted everything back together or, you know, to be honest with you, I don't even think they took it apart. I wish I would have marked it to see if that was even the case. A buddy of mine mentioned, what if they just forgot to plug a wire in, but they didn't want to seem stupid? So they said, oh yeah, your whole amp blew out, which could be a possibility. The amp went out now. They changed the amp. They offer me a $300 detail, which, like I said, I don't need a detail for my bike. I really don't. It's not a show bike. I like to detail it myself. And I asked them, instead of the detail, can I get a oil change? It's about the same price, $400 for an oil change, right? They told me no. They give me 15% off of all the filter, the oil, anything like that. They'll give me 15% off, and then they said they'll take off $179 for the oil change. I think that's ridiculous, and I think that's fucked up on their end for a bike that's been running into issues that I have nothing to do with. So at the end goal, I will ride this bike until hopefully 100,000 miles if it makes it that far. But if this bike does go back into Harley, this is unacceptable for a bike that's almost 30 grand. Shouldn't be happening to this bike. That's everything that's been going on with this bike. I know you guys were like waiting for what was the issue, because you guys are having the same problems. So my bike had the update that needed to be done, the modules, and then the voltage regulator needed to be replaced. And then the amp needed to be replaced. 4 different things that needed to be done to this bike. I just wanted to make this video kind of quick so you guys can pretty much talk to your dealerships if you guys are running into the same problem. I hope not. But if you are, those are the 4 things that they tried on my bike to fix it, and it's running smooth now. I haven't had any issues with it, and we'll see what's going on in the next 5,000 miles. So hopefully you guys don't hear from me anymore about the issues I've been running into with Harley, with this bike. I'm going to try to make more videos about me kind of traveling, going out here, checking this place out. So stay tuned for those videos. That's what I really wanted this channel to be about, was more of my journey with this bike and different locations, so you guys can kind of see, you know, the Golden State, California, you know, little gems here and there, or little spots that you guys didn't know existed in California. This channel is not meant to be about dogging Harley or making Harley look bad as a whole. That's not it at all, you know. I just feel like if Harley's selling expensive bikes and what they're worth, they should help the customer out and make sure that they feel like, hey, you know what, we're going to take care of our bikes and get you back on the road as soon and as safely as possible. So yeah, that was, like I said, one of my biggest issues was I told the gentleman at Harley, I said, for this bike to shut its screen off, kill throttle, and almost put me into a situation that I could have been in an accident. All right, guys. But like I said, I haven't done anything to this bike just because I'm scared now because of the warranty situation. They did throw that out there, so be careful, because they will. It seems like they will try to find a warranty problem, so they don't have to warranty your bike out or lemon law it out, or pretty much fix it for you without being given money. Um, so be careful on what you do to your bike. Make sure that you don't void any warranty. But hey, if you have the money for it, fuck it. Do what you got to do. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for the next videos. Hopefully they're way better and not as upsetting as this one. But checking the Golden State out, seeing what California has to offer. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one.